If you're trying to decide between an electric snow shovel and a snow blower, you're really choosing between a nimble little specialist and a heavy-hitting workhorse. Electric shovels are great for quick clearing of smaller areas and lighter storms, while snow blowers exist for the days when the driveway disappears and you actually want to keep your back intact. Here's what matters, broken down in a way that makes the trade-offs obvious instead of fuzzy. Typical youth. Think of the electric snow shovel as your grab-and-go tool. Front steps, a short walkway, a deck, a patio, the sidewalk from your door to the car. It's made to clear a relatively narrow strip of snow in front of you and toss it off to the side, not to open up a long multi-car driveway or a wide parking pad. A snowblower, by contrast, comes into its own when you have real square footage to clear. Two-car driveway, long sidewalk, corner lot, or a property where a standard shovel starts to feel like a punishment, not exercise. If most of your snow clearing is a few minutes here and there, the electric shovel fits that rhythm. If it's, I need a path for 3 cars and the street plow just buried the end of my drive, that's snowblower territory. Snow depth and type. Let me explain why this matters so much. Tools fail not in perfect conditions, but when the weather is slightly worse than you planned for. Electric snow shovels are built for light to moderate snow in the a few inches range, especially if it's relatively fluffy or only slightly wet. Once you get into very wet, heavy accumulation or drifts that creep toward a foot, they start bogging down, stalling, or requiring multiple passes to get down to pavement. Snowblowers, especially 2-stage models, are explicitly designed to deal with deeper, heavier, or partially compacted snow, chewing through what would stop an electric shovel cold. In areas that routinely see big storms, lake effect bands, or dense end of driveway piles from the street plow, relying only on an electric shovel is basically betting your time and patience against the weather. Clearing width and speed. Here's the simple trade-off. Electric shovels have a narrower intake, so you're clearing less snow with each step, but moving in a very controlled way. On a short walkway or small patio, that's actually an advantage because you avoid blasting snow into windows, planters, or the neighbor's freshly cleaned siding. Snowblowers usually cut a much wider path per pass, which is exactly what you want on a long driveway or long stretch of sidewalk, because it turns a 45-minute job into a 15-minute one when conditions are ugly. If you regularly clear large areas, the extra width and speed of a blower doesn't feel like a luxury. It feels like the only sane choice. Effort and ease of use. One of the big selling points of electric snow shovels is how light and easy they are to move around. Many models are light enough that almost anyone can carry them with one hand and start clearing without thinking about it. You still have to guide the tool and support some of its weight, so it's not zero effort, but compared to traditional shoveling, the strain on your back and shoulders is noticeably lower. Snowblowers are heavier and bulkier, yet many are self-propelled, especially in the gas and higher-end electric tiers, which means you're mostly steering instead of pushing raw weight through deep snow. For a long driveway or repeated storms back-to-back, that reduction in physical effort can be the difference between manageable winter and I dread every weather alert. Storage and portability. If you live in a smaller place or your garage already looks like a game of Tetris, this category matters more than people admit. Electric snow shovels are compact enough to hang on a wall, tuck in a corner, or slide onto a shelf. They're closer to a string trimmer in footprint than to a lawnmower. That makes them realistic for townhouses, small sheds, or anyone sharing storage space who can't dedicate half a bay to winter gear. Snowblowers, on the other hand, are large machines that essentially claim permanent floor space, and moving them around when they're not running is not trivial. If your storage situation is tight, factoring in where a blower would actually live is not a small detail. It can be the constraint that decides the whole purchase. Power source and runtime. Most electric snow shovels are either corded or battery-powered, and that choice shapes how you use them. Corded units give you continuous runtime, but tether you to an outlet and an extension cord, which is fine on a small lot, but annoying if you're dancing around vehicles or obstacles. Battery shovels are wonderfully free of cords, but you're living within the limits of the pack, a certain number of minutes at a certain depth before power fades, which can be tight in colder temperatures or heavier snow. Snowblowers span corded electric, battery, and gas, with gas and high-capacity electric models offering the kind of sustained power that lets you attack big storms without worrying about runtime in the same way. That continuous power is a big part of why snowblowers are the tool of choice, where storm of the season doesn't mean once every 5 years, but see you next week.
Cost and maintenance. Electric snow shovels are dramatically cheaper to buy and easier to live with over time. The upfront cost is usually a fraction of what you pay for a full snowblower. And ongoing maintenance is mostly about keeping things clean, checking for wear on paddles or scrapers, and maybe replacing a battery down the line. Snowblowers, particularly gas 2-stage or 3-stage models, cost significantly more out of the gate and bring along the usual engine-related responsibilities: fuel, oil changes, tune-ups, storage prep, and potential repairs. Even electric blowers with no engine still tend to be more complex and expensive than a simple power shovel, with more parts to inspect and maintain if you want them to last. Noise, emissions, and environment. Electric snow shovels run comparatively quiet and, being electric, produce no exhaust where you're actually using them, which is nice for both you and anyone living close by. That matters on early mornings, late-night cleanups, or dense neighborhoods where a gas engine at full song makes you instantly unpopular. Electric snowblowers share the same advantages on noise and emissions, while gas blowers are loud and emit exhaust, though they still dominate the toughest conditions because of their power and runtime. If you care about keeping noise and fumes down, and your snowfall allows it, staying on the electric side for both tools is the cleaner choice. Best fit and real-world decisions. Here's the way to think about it without overcomplicating the decision. If you have a small property, mostly flat surfaces, light to moderate snowfall, limited storage, and you're cost-sensitive, an electric snow shovel is a very rational, low-friction tool that you'll actually use instead of dreading. It especially shines as a second tool for touch-up work, even in households that already own a snowblower, because it's so fast to grab for spot clearing. If you routinely get heavy or frequent snow, have a long driveway or multiple walkways, or you simply refuse to gamble your back in time on big storm days, a snow blower is the correct core tool, with the electric shovel either as a nice-to-have helper or not needed at all. You're not choosing which is better in some abstract sense. You're choosing which tool fits the reality of your property, your weather, your storage, and how much time and effort you're honest about spending on snow. Match the tool to your worst likely storm, not your best, and you'll complain less every time the forecast turns ugly.